Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We are in season 2 and it looks a little bit different. We have our first guest, Kristen. You want to kind of introduce her and we can get started. This is Give Her the Mic in case y'all didn't know, our podcast is called Give Her the Mic.
Yeah.
And y'all have heard a lot about me and Kristen, by the way, over the first season. And so we kind of thought it would be cool to bring other women in that have stories and beautiful, messy, real, raw things that you guys can relate with.
Yeah. I mean, the truth is that most women have been through a lot of things in their lives. I mean, everybody heard what we had been through on season 1 and, you know, our stories of just going through really hard things, but then overcoming. And I know, you know, Kate shared a little bit with both of us, and we definitely were like, why not? You know, you're such a beautiful, strong, amazing woman. And we want people to see that and to hear that, like, no matter what you've been through, there's so much, like, just like we were talking about earlier when we met, like, you go through so much, but then you get up and you figure it out and you keep rolling and you're better, you know? So Kate, we're so happy that you're here. We're
Kate
so
Kerr.
excited. Kate Kerr. And I texted yesterday and I said, you have a Hollywood name.
Yeah.
Like Kate Kerr is a Hollywood name.
It's just special. It's like unique. It's one you don't forget when you hear it. And so I'm just excited that you're here and open to this. And I know you're going to share a lot of your story with everybody that me and Kristen already know, but you know, just for people to hear who you are behind the camera, because you're always behind the camera, but also interviewing people. So it's cool that we get to
I know, right?
ask you some questions and get people to see who you are a little more broken down, a little more vulnerable, a little more, you know.
It's very unusual.
Imperfect.
And she also has the best accent.
Yes.
So anywho.
Which I'm super shy about, but you know, I share stories all the time.
Yeah.
And I feel like my story is nothing special. Like, it's just another story. But you made me think about it more and open up more. And now I feel like, okay, let's do it. And I'm a fan of your podcast. And you inspired me so much. This first season was mind-blowing and eye-opening. It was amazing. So thank you for doing what you do. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us, you know, you wear a lot of hats. You live here in Greenville, and a lot of people know you. Even whenever you walked in, we were telling our producer, Josh, we were like, do you know Kate Kerr? He was like, oh, I know Kate Kerr. You know, and who doesn't? Because you're such you're like an it girl. You really are in the community. That's kind of like, right, Kristen? It's like,
100%.
if there were a magazine, like,
you would be in
there
there
is
for
one
sure.
here, actually, and you've been in it. So,
Actually.
you know, like you actually just did an episode on people of Greenville on one of the magazines and that a woman runs here. But tell us a little bit about, like, who are you? And, like, you know,
Day to day.
Yeah.
I am a mom, first of all. That's my main purpose and my main responsibility. I'm a mom. I'm a creative person. That's why I wear so many hats, because I cannot stop. I never stop. I always experiment and try different things. So I'm a social media manager. I manage social media for different businesses in town and organizations. And I'm a creator of People of Greenville project, the project where I share stories about people in our community to inspire others to be successful and to do something different, or to connect with each other and to promote Greenville, because it plays a huge role in my life. So I want to promote it and show people that it's amazing to be here. So yeah, it's pretty much it, probably.
Yeah, and you're married.
And I'm married.
You're married.
I have 2 girls.
Yep, your 2 girls, super cute. We saw them this morning. It was so fun for coffee. They were eating their little avocado toast and chicken wrap. Like, my kids would never.
Beautiful little girls.
My kids would be like, I want a piece of freaking toast.
I know.
And some bacon. Like, total,
They're so
like,
cultured.
yeah.
My little one, Shayna calls her bougie baby. She can eat caviar. She can eat red salmon. She's like, she loves that stuff.
I love
My
that.
goodness.
And
I love
it's funny because I'm like, where did you get it all?
Do you eat
She's
things like that? Like, your palate is just,
Yeah, but it's interesting that she has that taste when she's 3-year-old. Like, I developed it later in life.
course.
Like,
Yes,
oysters
Most
and all that
people do,
stuff. Like,
yeah.
I didn't get it when I was little, but she gets it. I'm like, okay.
So tell us a little bit about, let's get our nifty little card out. What, you're really plugged in here. A lot of people know you. A lot of people know you though for your work, which I think is really important. But what pulled you here? Like, why Greenville? Because I know too, like, you're not from here.
No,
Kristen's
I
not
mean, you
from
have
here.
an accent. Clearly, you weren't born and raised here. So tell us about that. You were born.
And you said you're in Greenville for 17 years.
Yes,
so I'm in
ma'am.
Greenville for 15 years.
Yeah.
And it was a very, very different place
It
at
was a
that
huge
time. Yes.
transition,
I moved
yeah.
here when I was 18. I got married in Ukraine. I met my husband in Ukraine. We got married. We moved in together because he got a job. He had a job opportunity here. And we moved in together. Greenville was very different from where I grew up, culturally and in so many aspects. I was in cultural shock when I moved here. I was what I'm going to do here? I didn't know English at all. I still have my accent, probably will have it till the last day, but I learned English and I learned it from nothing. I knew only basic words like hi, bye, thank you, and that's it. And I couldn't understand what people saying because they were talking so fast. And I was like, wait, what was that? So it was challenging. I moved here, was shocked, but then slow, like you said, people know you. You are everywhere now. It was not like that for many, many years. I felt like a stranger. I felt like an outsider.
Like an alien.
Like an alien. I didn't have any friends. I didn't know any businesses. I would go there and like we didn't even have too many places to go in the first place. Because in Ukraine, I am from the city where we had this huge and rich cultural life. We would go to restaurants, to movie theaters, to theaters. Like it was a social life was a big part of my life, and I had so many creative friends. And I struggled here when I moved here. I didn't know anyone.
Yeah,
and I feel like also Greenville, like we build and we bring in so many new people now. And the community is growing with many creative, cool people. Like you doing podcasts now, right? Is it something unusual? Like, can you imagine a podcast 15 years ago in Greenville? No, this
definitely
is
not.
Something like maybe in New York, but not 15 years ago in Greenville. Now we're doing it here, and now it looks natural and cool and awesome. It feels good to have it here now.
Well, and there are so many creatives here, and I think that's something me and Kristen really bonded over when we first met. It was kind of like when me and her met, we knew, we were like, oh my gosh, this is like, we're both creatives and we're both like stylish and we both speak our minds. And so, you know, I obviously was born and raised here. I know Kristen wasn't. So I don't know if you want to share a little bit about how you felt when you moved from Boston.
I felt like an alien. I literally did. I remember you know, I dressed very differently. I didn't own a t-shirt when I moved here because people from the city, you don't wear a t-shirt. No. You don't even wear a t-shirt to bed. No, you know,
my wardrobe was very different.
My wardrobe was very different too, and I felt like I almost had to dress like them though at first. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I had to fit in, and thank God I'm not that way now, and I dress exactly how I should. But I remember feeling super alone.
True.
I did meet one girl. I remember at the beginning, she was great, thank God. But I can't imagine how alone you felt. Especially not knowing the language.
I can't even imagine the
couldn't drive
not
a car,
having
like
any friends,
nothing.
not just being secluded. And like you told us earlier, you were on a farm.
I was on a farm.
That's completely opposite of what we're used to, correct? Like, you know, when you're born and raised in a city, and when you're born and raised in a city, you're surrounded by people. Even if you're not talking to them, you still have that stimulation.
Energy,
you have all that energy.
Yes.
So when that shifts, I think that for me was really hard. And I know that was probably hard for you.
It was very lonely. It was very depressing. Yes. It was very different. Yeah. And let's be honest, double white trailer is not the comfort zone where I want it to be. It was very different. And it's like, I can do that. And I can start from scratch. Like, I'm not afraid of that. I know that I've seen everything. Like, we slept like a mattress on the floor, like, because we didn't have any furniture at first when we just moved here. Like, I can do that easily. But it's not where I want to be. And it's like, I realized that, and I was honest with myself because I can do this. I know I can, but I don't want to.
I think that's the hardest part is that a lot of people aren't honest with themselves about like, I'm here. I don't like it. What do I need to do?
Exactly.
I want to hear about your childhood. I want to hear, you told us a little bit about it. I really think that our viewers need to hear that because to me, like, you are the way that you are because of unfortunate situations that you were put in, but they also made you so damn strong.
It's
so,
true.
Yeah.
It's true. And I thought so many things could break me, but they actually didn't. I was surprised by the amount of things I can handle and then build from that.
Yeah.
Like reborn and build on that foundation. It's amazing what we can do and what we can achieve.
What women are
turning pain
capable
into
of.
power.
That part.
This is amazing. That's why I loved your first season of your podcast, because you shared so many of those points when you turned the pain into the power. And this is what helped you. I'm the same way. I went through a lot. So I grew up in Crimea, in Ukraine, in the Black Sea Peninsula. Very beautiful. It's gorgeous. Like, it's amazing. I feel like one day when the things start being good again, like, people will see how amazing it is. It's very beautiful area. So I'm thankful for that, because I grew up absorbing all this beauty. I grew up in a family, my parents teachers, and then they became professors in university. So they were always busy. My mom was always like very career oriented, super cool lady. I learned so many things from her, because she was always driven, always had that energy. Always, she was the best, the youngest, to achieve all the awards, all the career steps, and it was amazing to learn from her. That's why I want to be same role model for my girls, and to be the one who will achieve, who will show them the pathway so they can do anything they want. So grew up, went to amazing school, gymnasium. It was school for the kids with special talents. And
Oh, cool.
yes,
I didn't know that.
and I felt special.
Because you are.
Yeah.
But it was cool because I had music education. I had all kinds of, like, we would learn different languages, German and French, by the way, not English as much as I should learn, because I never thought I will travel anywhere. I never thought I will be living in the United States. Like, I could not even imagine that at that time. I was happy where I was. I always wanted to do something in communications or journalism, because my mom was a professor in communications and literature and writing. Like, she was good at it. So yeah, but then when I was 12, I lost my mom. She died from cancer. And it was the pivotal moment in my life, because everyone, I grew up in a happy family, surrounded by grandparents, cousins, uncles. Like, it was amazing to gather at the big table, everyone together during Christmas time. Like, it was special and cool. And then my mom died, and everything changed immediately.
Why?
Like, everyone, I feel like everyone went through this traumatic, it was traumatic for everyone, because she connected the whole family. She was this
the
motor
one.
engine who would, like, spin everything, and everything was built around her. Like, she would help everyone. She would connect the family. She would create those gatherings for us. Like, during New Year's or Christmas, like, she would organize us all. She would message everyone to get together. And then she died, and everyone were shocked, because she was only 37. She diagnosed it at 35. And I felt like we didn't have therapy. We didn't have psychologists. Like, no one did anything. We just shut down everyone in their own way. And we just didn't talk about it ever since. Like, mom died. Everyone just went quiet on their own and pretended like it never happened.
And I should know this. You're only child, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, you've never talked about a sibling, but
No, but I have cousins, and we
Okay.
were very close. We're still very close. They're like sisters to me, and one of them living in New York, and she's like my bestie and my sister and my everything. We share
we gotta
everything.
take a girls trip there.
Yes, please.
Yes. She has this Kerr Bradshaw style apartment in Brooklyn.
Stop it.
So cool.
Looks
Oh,
amazing.
she's super
Feels
cool.
amazing. So yeah, that's why we bonded a lot. She supported me, and it was amazing. But no, like, all the grandparents, they dealt with this trauma on their own, and I cannot imagine, like, losing
a
their
yeah.
child. Like, she was the only child as well. And then my dad, he was affected with it a lot. He loved her so much, and he just shut down. He didn't know how to help me, how to talk to me about this. Like, we just all went quiet, but it was so depressing and challenging. So we also were in a huge debt, because cancer treatment was very, very expensive at that time in Ukraine. Like, it was unbelievable amount of money, and we didn't have any money. Mom died. We are on our own, and I started to think, like, how are we going to survive? And
At 12.
at 12.
12 years old, not even a
12.
teenager yet, which is, it just breaks my heart for you, because I'm sure you remember where you were when you found the news out, you know, that she passed away. And it's like, you don't forget
No.
those moments
Never.
when somebody you love that much is just like gone.
Yeah.
And your brain wasn't even fully developed. So
No.
just like, I can't imagine, like,
But I remember that very well. Like, those memories, they, like, stay with you and haunt you
where
for
were
the rest of
you
Yeah.
Oh,
when you found the news out?
at my grandmother's house, and my grandma came in and told me. It was like the whole world shut down.
I'm so sorry. I can't imagine. Moms are super important, and You know, I think it's one of those things where we've talked about this on the podcast a lot, but it's not your fault that you didn't know how to cope with it too.
Yeah,
and I'm sure there's a lot of guilt there, or a lot of could you have done more or whatever, but you were just a child and you need to know that.
I was so scared. And the thing is, like, I always thought like I should spend more time with her if I knew. Because I always had this hope, like, we will get over it. We will get, because we tried all the treatments that were available. It was 2005, 2004. Like, there was not too much technology like it is now. Or even if we would be like here in the United States, I'm sure they would save her.
Yeah.
Because now I know the doctors, my friends that is the doctor in oncology radiology, I know they would find the right treatment, because right there at that time we couldn't. And I also feel like, yes, probably it's a destiny, probably it's supposed to be like this and it's supposed to be that way, and I'm learning to accept that. But it's hard though. It's hard though, and it was very unexpected for me, because I believed like we could do it. We could do it. We could try another one. We could do another surgery. We could do this and that. And that's why
she taught you to be that way. And
Exactly.
I think
do not give up.
any mother,
never.
We will tell our kids that we are fine until the very end. And
Yeah.
I guarantee you that's what she wanted,
And
was for you to not be
till the last day,
worried.
she would send me. She's like, "Go spend time with your girls. Go spend time with your sisters. Like, I'm fine. All good. You don't have to sit and look after me. Like, it's an adult job. Like, you have to." And I left, and I came back. Yes, and I came back at night, and then I find out. I'm like, why I was not there? Why I felt guilty for so many years for that. But
she did that to protect you. She
it's
knew.
true. She probably knew. She probably could feel it. But she always taught me to find another way. Like, there is no is not an answer. Like, you always can find another if you want something. So that's why we will keep finding another options, But it's also important for me, because now when I am a mom and I'm 33, and the closer I get to that age, it triggers me, of course. But now I'm like, I'll do everything for my girls, and I do as much as I can, because you never know when is the last day, when is the last time. And I know it's not healthy to think that I can die early, but it can happen. Like, now I learned to accept that as well.
Realistic.
So I'm trying to achieve as many things as possible in this amount of time.
And live and even you said this morning, like, your girls were so excited to be with us just at breakfast. You were like, they really wanted to come, and it's just because, you know, and that's the thing, you carry that soul part of your mom with you, that soul part of being social and being an achiever and being a go-getter. And we've talked about this on the podcast, good and bad aspects of being an overachiever and being a go-getter. But I think the main core of that is like carrying that soul piece of your mom with you. And now your girls have it where they're driven and they're watching you, which we're going to talk about in a little bit.
We went to TV station yesterday, and I filmed an interview, and they were like looking at the setup and everything. I'm like, absorb it, look at it, look how this works, look how that works. Like, learn, it's interesting, and they love it. Solomia just received a letter from American Poetry Society.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like the proud mama moment, because I used to get those in Ukrainian poetry society, and she now gets it here, and I'm like, this is another level. I'm so proud.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit after. So your mom passes away. Your dad doesn't know what to do. He's heartbroken.
He's in shock. Yeah, he is completely in shock, and I feel
what
like
happens?
I was more resistant, because I told myself, I cried for a few days, and then I told myself I cannot cry anymore. Like, I prohibited myself from crying. Like, I was like, no more, because otherwise I would be shattered. So I closed all my emotions, suppressed all my emotions, and I started to think strategically, like what we can do to survive. And I remember that we had mom's cousin in another city, in another country. And I called her, and I'm like, please find him a job. Like, I know you have this opportunity. I know you have connections. He needs a job, another one, because he was a teacher. They would not pay him well. Like, we had, like, the shocking moment was when we went to a store, and I see, like, he opens the wallet, and we have only, like, the currency in Ukraine is like hryvnias, but we have only the pennies, like, no paper money. No bills. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And this is bad. So I called her. She found him a job. He, like, within 2 days, he flew to that city.
So he flies away and you're at home.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm on my own.
Wow. So how did that work out? Kind of walk us through that.
It was not as scary as it sounded, because I was ready. I was like, this is the only way we can survive. And we have the huge debt. We need to pay the debt. So he would send me the money from out there once a month, and I would distribute that money to pay all of our loans and debts. And I would leave a little amount for me, like for basic food, like something super basic, like something like instant, like these super, super cheap ramen.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, ramen.
And a few
Oh, yeah.
sausages.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I would eat at school because we would have school lunches. And I would visit my cousins, who is like my sister to me, because she was like, Kate, I know it's bad. Stay with us for a night. Like, we'll feed you. And then her mom would give me, each morning she would give them like money for school, like just a little bit for lunch or like maybe some candies. And she would give me like 20 hryvnias, and I knew I would get it. And I'm like, thank you so much. It will last me for a few days. Like I can survive for a few days. So it was good. But all the grandparents, they would deal with their own problems and trauma and health problems. So they would not be involved in my life. And I was on my own in an apartment for a while.
How long? What were you doing? I know you told us you wrote like some poetry and did like some cool
because
stuff.
I needed to figure out, it was not enough for me,
needed
obviously,
more.
to survive. I
Yeah,
needed
yeah.
more. So I tried to figure out the creative ways of how I can earn money. And I was like I told you, I was ready to go clean toilets or, I don't know, sell newspapers or do anything. But thanks God, I created this. I started to write poetry, and I figured out you can earn money writing
What
poetry.
kind of poetry did you write? We didn't even
know.
ask you that.
It was I don't know even how to say it, but because it's in Ukrainian, right? It's and I felt language so well because I absorbed it from my mom. Like she was very skilled in this. So it was a poetry, like it was a young poetry society, something like this. And I would write, and they would pay because they would publish it in books.
Oh wow.
And it was like the whole book collection of those poetry pieces. So they would publish it and they would pay you. But also I got the scholarship from government because I won so many competitions for my poetry. So they would pay me once a month. I would receive a huge bill. At that time, it was big money. I could buy groceries. I could buy my makeup. I could buy all the things. And it was so satisfying to get money for being smart.
Yeah.
And it was the first time in my life that I'm like, oh, I can do that. I am smart enough to do that. And it was so rewarding. And I was driven. I'm like, I can do more. I can write even more. I can do this. Then it was time to graduate the high school. I graduated the high school. I got into university. And
Was your dad around during this time at all?
He came back when I just got into university.
Wow.
It was my first
So
year.
from the time you were 12 until you graduated high school, he was gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Almost. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was scary.
That's what I was gonna say. Were you ever afraid
now
when you were
analyzing,
by
like,
yourself,
analyzing
like
it,
safety-wise or
What was
anything?
what was Ukraine like? Like I
Yeah.
mean, was it a safe place to be a
At that
child
time,
in an apartment?
I lived in my apartment. I knew
Did
everyone.
you have a weapon?
No.
Really? I don't think they
No,
do.
but
They do weapons over there. I feel like they don't.
No, but the
It's
apartment
very
was like I knew
peaceful.
everyone. Like
We have guns.
like it was amazing. Like
safe.
yeah, it was safe.
It
Yeah,
was
it
safe.
was.
And that's kind of how where I grew up in the city too. It was so bad because it was the city, but I always felt safe, if that makes sense. I can't really explain it. It's just different. It's just different. I never had a weapon. But I also didn't live alone at 12.
Yeah.
But yeah. Bless you,
It was
honey.
different. Now I think I cannot imagine my girls do the same.
That
Like, I
part.
cannot
That
imagine
part, yeah,
that.
for sure.
It's very different. But at that time, like I knew everyone who were living around me. Like it was doable. I would wake up, go to school, do all the things, come back, go to my music school, like everything.
Oh, you
was
went to
on a
music
schedule.
school?
Yes,
What
I
do
was
you
playing
play?
violin like a good
my-
girl.
She plays
Oh
violin.
my gosh, that's beautiful.
But no, my mom sent out me for all these music lessons for solfeggio for like because she's like you need to be busy. You need to fill up
Yeah.
your schedule. Your schedule needs to be busy. You don't have to. You don't need to all this spare time.
Did your
You
mom
have-
ever rest?
No.
You never
was
saw
always
your
on
mom
it.
rest.
Always on it. Like
Yeah.
she would, if she's she would teach until like 6 p.m. Then she'd come home. She would cook dinner, and then she would write her. How do you call it? She worked on her PhD, huge work,
Her, I know what you're.
and she would write that.
Yeah.
And she constantly would work. But still, the house is super clean. The dinner is on a table.
She did it all.
She did it all.
She did it
Yeah.
all.
So she
She
really
did it
taught
all.
you structure
Yep.
your whole life until
And
she
that
passed
you
away, and you were ready to go. She gave you literal life skills.
Literally, like I was
As a
gonna
child.
say, like from the fact that she gave you that much wisdom
What a
by the
perfect
age
taste.
of
And a
12,
perfect taste.
like that really says the mom that you had.
Yeah, it's true. But also, like now, what I'm thinking about, it's so scary how our brain works and memory works. Now it feels like a dream. It doesn't feel real anymore
get
because
that.
time passed like 20 years.
Yeah.
And it feels like, did it ever happen? Like I have it in me. I have part of her in me, but it feels so distant. Like, and even the fact that I lived in Ukraine 15 years ago, it felt like a dream. Like I don't remember very well my childhood roads or my apartment. It's all blurred now, and it's what scares me because it feels like a dream. It feels like I'm another person now, and it's very, very weird sensation.
Have you gone back?
I went back a couple of times, but I haven't been there since 2013.
Okay.
So it's been a while.
And with everything that's been going on recently.
Yes. And it's also sad because I cannot go to her grave. I cannot visit my house. I cannot see my childhood photos. Like everything is there and I don't have access to it. It's sad. And now I don't have anyone there. Like the house is empty. Everyone died. Like it's sad. Like it's just us here.
But you're building something here, which is beautiful,
It's
you
true.
know,
It's
and you have your girls, and, you know, me and Kristen always talk about with our kids too, like everything that we do is for them. And that's something my dad used to instill in me. He would look at me all the time because my dad also was big, heavy worker, like her dad, big workers. Our dads were always gone working. And one thing my dad always told me is he would kneel down and be like, everything I do is for you and your sister. And when I look at you and me and Kristen, I feel like that's exactly what we're doing, is we're doing everything to make sure that our babies are taken care of. And that's what it's about, and setting an example that's not perfect, but there's going to be broken pieces. There's going to be really sad pieces. There's going to be happy moments. There's going to be angry moments. There's going to be all the emotions. But knowing too that just because we've suppressed different things in our lives that have happened doesn't mean that we have to pass that to our kids. We can teach them how to have emotions. We can show them what's real, and that it's okay to have emotions. I'm huge on that with my 5-year-old. So your story is just beautiful.
We do it for them, but we also do it for ourselves.
Yes.
Because we find
it
in ourselves, we
in ourselves
heal
that
something
we
ourselves.
didn't get.
Opening up ourselves, finding our true self, like what we want to do, what makes us happy, and they see it. By finding ourselves, we inspire them because 100%. They see it and they're like,
so,
and
like,
they can be them.
What is that for you? We love like talking about dreams and, you know, unlocking dreams. Like what is Kate's dreams? Like if you could envision the biggest dream for you and your girls in your life, like what would it be? If there were no barriers, what does Kate want to do?
Where would you live? What would it look like? All those things.
What would it smell like?
I want, you know, like
probably the sea. Probably smell like the sea, huh?
Right? Something
sea
beautiful.
and city.
But also, I know it sounds maybe not right for many people, but struggling all the time with money, always feel insecure about that. I want to be at that point when I don't think about it at all.
Girl.
Yeah.
Woo.
She struggled a lot growing up too with money. So
Like, I don't want to.
I mean, I still am now as a single
I'm a
mom,
generous
so
person.
I understand.
I'm a generous person. I love to give gifts. I love to buy people stuff. I love to buy things for my close friends, for my relatives. I would send money to Ukraine a lot. Like I would help everyone, even because I know I will earn it. I will have a chance. They don't have too many chances there. So I would send lots of money and help everyone. But I don't want to think about it anymore. I'm so tired of constantly feeling insecure, constantly feeling under the pressure, especially now with the kids. Like you want to be secure. And it's not about like, I don't want super fancy cars. I'm like, I don't have those goals. I just want to
want to have to worry about it.
Don't have to worry about it.
Every day.
I want to go to the grocery store now. I can buy everything. Like whatever we need.
Yeah, that part.
I don't need an excess probably. I just want to be able to feel secure for my family, for myself, but also be able to help all other people. And I used to feel like I had this thought, I want to help everyone, but then I changed it recently. I'm like, I want everyone to be rich and happy so I don't have to help anyone. I don't want to be the savior. I want everyone to be happy and successful. And that's why I help them in different ways now too. Like finding a career, finding a job, securing something, like securing a job or opening a project, inspire them, because I feel like I want you to be successful. I don't want to constantly save someone. Even though it feels good for me, it doesn't feel probably good for them. I want them to be confident
have to do
and
it on their
successful.
own.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can.
And I don't mind helping. I love it, but I feel like it's not sustainable. People want to, and I want to be surrounded with all these successful people and happy people. Everyone should be happy and successful. Don't worry. And as much as I can impact that and help everyone, I will, if I'll see any opportunity. But I don't want to worry about money anymore. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of this.
You'll get there.
That's why I'm building it. That's why I'm never stopping until that point. And I feel like, yeah, but probably it will. With my projects, I'm always like, we can do it better. We can do it more. We can. People of Greenville, I want to grow it. I want to grow it as much as I can.
Tell us about People of Greenville. Tell me and Kristen about it.
Yeah.
Tell the
Let's
viewers
do
about
it.
it.
Anything
It saved
about
me.
it.
It saved me. It saved me. If not this project, I don't know where I would be mentally.
Why
Did
did
it find you? Like how? I don't know how this
People of
happened.
Greenville?
Yeah.
I was a journalist in Ukraine, right? So I had this passion to share stories and do this, but I didn't know English at all. So I'm like, how I can do it, how I can still show. I was behind the camera asking people weird questions. And 15 years ago, they're like, why do you need my interview? Like, what's going on? Who will watch it? Like, Brittany Owens was one of the first ones. She's like, are you sure people need it? Like, why are we filming? Like, why are we doing this? But I felt like this urgent need to do this. And I started to film the stories. It was not where I wanted to be. It didn't look good. Josh nods, it didn't look good. But now is where I'm finally proud of it, but I want to grow it more. So I started to share the stories, and it helped me, it saved me, because first of all, I could fulfill my need, my passion, my creative thing, right? I could keep going with my journalism skills. Another thing, I don't feel like a stranger anymore because I learned about all these stories, all the people, and I found so many friends through this project because we would start talking with them, even behind the camera, outside of the video, and we would connect, and I would hear their story, they would hear my story, and we would bond, and that's how I
we
found
met.
most
we
of my
weren't
friends. Yes.
She reached out to me and she was like, hey, I want to do an interview on you. And I was like, I don't know why, but let's go. And I was like at the pit of my depression. I mean, you saw what I look like. And I was like, what the hell? Let's go.
Yeah,
Can't
but
get
that
any
was
worse.
a powerful moment for me, girl. It was a powerful moment for me because I saw you and you're like, oh, it's a video interview. And I'm like, yeah, but we can reschedule. Let's do it another day. And you're like, no.
Well, because I was
We're doing
so
it now.
insecure.
This is how I look like. Okay, let's do it.
Yep. Yeah.
And I was like, she's so powerful. She's so, because I would not do it. I was like, yeah, let's reschedule. I didn't know it's a video interview. Let's figure it. But you're like, no, well, we're going to do it.
And then
we did it.
She brought the girls, and I remember we shot, but her youngest was like, even younger. And so we had to stop a lot. And then she couldn't use that footage. And then we reshot again and did another one. But I remember when she walked in and had the girls with her, I was like, this is my person. Kind of like how you were when you walked in and saw Brody when we first met. I was like, this is my kind of person, a real person. She trusts me to let her kids come in to my space. And that meant a lot to me because I feel like when you allow somebody to meet your kids or bring them into that kind of space where you have your kids, like that's a really, kind of cutoff zone is when people meet your kids. And I was like, okay, like she really cares about people. And I love
so
that.
Unprofessional.
I don't care. I mean, we're unprofessional. We're unprofessional.
Yeah,
we did it.
extremely. I mean, I was going to tell you to bring your girls here earlier when you were like, I'm going to drop them off.
I thought she was. I was going to send them out there.
Right there.
Yeah, we were going to put them on the iPads and stuff.
They actually
life.
go a lot
It
with me
doesn't
to different
matter.
projects, to different videos. They go a lot, and I'm so thankful for people who
I
get
think
it,
it's
who
so
understand
important
that.
they see that. That's amazing.
Yeah. And I think
But not many people understand that. Let's be honest, not many people understand that. Many people
Yeah.
were like, "Oh, why do you
That's
have kids
also
here?"
how I was raised, though. Like in the city, that's kind of a culture thing.
It's true.
You just walk into people's houses. Like even when I met her and stuff, like, I'll walk into her house and just open the fridge. Even my other friends, like that's just how, like, I feel like those cultures in the city, that's how you're raised. Like you're so close together and you just get to know everybody so well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So even leading into our next kind of topic, I know me and you personally have talked about perfectionism and how you struggle with that. And I know me and Kristen both struggle with that. So how do you do it all? And I quote, how do you deal with the pressure and the need to be perfect in all things?
I'm learning to let it go.
How?
How? It's a lot of internal work, but it's been my theme lately. Like the last couple of months, I'm like, I have to. My project now. Let's go back to my project now. I'm in front of the camera now, and it's out of comfort zone completely. I was not prepared for it, but Kyle pushed me in the right direction. He's like, you need to be in front of the camera. I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? Because
Kyle is a like really awesome videographer. Did I say
He's a
that right?
videographer. He does everything, actually. He does social media as well. He has so many things, but he believes in my project. He helps me a lot. He films all the videos. His team handles the whole production.
And he cares. I mean, he's so great. His wife is so great.
He's amazing. He's very kind.
He learned a lot too from Hunter Harrison, and Hunter is,
another
Hunter,
amazing person in our community.
And so I think it's, and that I didn't even realize that. Yeah, when she filmed me, you were not on camera. You were like asking me questions and filming me.
So
And
that's a big change for you.
It's a
I'm
big
very
change.
proud of you.
I cannot look at myself. Kyle or his team, they send me the new video each week, and I'm like, I cannot look at myself.
Will be
but
able to
I need to learn to let it
you
go.
Will. Yeah, you
I
have
hope
to.
so.
You
One
will.
day.
You will. I used to hate my voice. Every time I heard it, I would like literally cringe. And then when I started dating, I had all these guys be like, I love your voice. I love your voice. I love your voice. And I was like, why do they all love my voice? And then eventually I was like, my voice is a little bit different. And then I learned to love it, but it's because people made fun of me back in the day for it. So, like eventually you're going to look in the mirror and realize that you're a 10.
Yeah,
you're a beautiful woman.
I feel like I'm the ugliest girl in the
what
world.
are your insecurities?
What in the
Tell
devil?
us. What are they?
You sure?
Yeah,
Everything.
I think
starting from my posture,
Oh, that's
I mean, look at ours.
my skin, everything. Oh, I can disassemble myself like for an hour and tell you everything. Like I look at myself in each video and I'm like, I'm the ugliest. Like I don't know even who will ever look at me.
I literally just left
Like, it's
coffee and
so
I
bad.
was like, she is literally stunning. Like you have the most beautiful eyes. You have no makeup on right now, and you
Almost.
you literally are like absolutely gorgeous in your hair, like all, and you're. It's not just that though. Like you're such a beautiful soul. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just you got it all, honey. And eventually you're going to realize.
And I
that.
cannot accept nice words. When people say nice things about me, I'm like,
But you will, but it's because of
You just saying it to be
situations that you've
nice.
been in for a long time. But eventually
That's
you will.
what I was about to say.
Yeah, I didn't want to say all that, but seriously, eventually you will. When you're,
I hope so, because now
you
I
need
cannot,
people
I
who
cannot.
breathe good into you. When you hear the opposite for too long, that's what happens. I thought I was a 4 when I got divorced.
Oh yeah, tell her about that.
I thought I was a
how your
4.
friend asked you. What'd she say?
Maria, my friend Maria came and sat on the couch and she looked at me and she asked me on a scale of 1 to 10 how pretty I thought I was. I said I was a 4. And she looked at me and she was like, Kristen.
Yeah.
She said, when you walk in a room, everyone notices you. And it's not just because you're beautiful, because you are the prettiest girl in the room, but also it's because the energy that you carry when you walk in. And it took me a long time. But then I would be like at the gas station or like at the grocery store, and I would notice like men physically looking at me. I'm going to be honest, I never noticed that before. Oh, sorry, Josh.
Yeah.
I got Italian for a second.
We went really
I did really
far
good. I was a statue.
Yes.
But it took a long time. It did. But when you've gone through trauma, especially like you have, and then if you've been in unhealthy relationship, which I don't know if you have, but when you have those kinds of things, it wears on you as a human. Like all of that beauty and everything, it's almost like it's wiped away and it's underneath something. But when you get away from whatever that is, like it literally like it grows and you see it and you'll realize it. You will. And especially when you're around people who are going to just be like, hello, girl. I mean, we compliment each other every day. You also, I feel like I compliment women every single day. And to me, if women aren't complimenting other women, like, and I get that people just don't do that. I understand. But it goes a long way,
It's true.
It does.
That's why I'm thankful for people like you in my life.
Yeah.
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 And I feel like the more I open up and share what I'm going through, the more right people show up in my life.
Amen.
And now I have the most amazing people in my life. Like we mentioned, Kyle, Hunter, you girls, like Josh right there. Like I'm now surrounded with such an amazing people. And a few years ago, I couldn't believe I will be surrounded by people like this.
Well, and I can't wait for you to honestly feel like this just came to mind, for you to realize that you're actually the gift, not just all of them and not just all of us, but you're the gift, and you're a gift to all these people that you are interviewing and helping and growing their social media, I think specifically with your social media business that you have, it can look like, you know, oh, well, they're paying you, right? And so, you know, they're giving you a gift because they're paying you. Yeah, that's great. They're paying you, but you're the gift. You're the talent. You're the one that is helping these people grow in ways that they never, ever could.
Yeah.
And that's the true gift, is your talent and your creativity. And that is what I really feel like is going to just take you so far in life. And it's as you do that, me and Kristen talk about this a lot, that, and me and you have talked about this, that self-help, that deep soul searching of why do you feel this way? Why do you feel like you can literally disassemble yourself? Because that's actually not normal.
Yeah.
And not healthy.
No.
And I remember looking at myself in the mirror 4 years ago and like thinking to myself, like, you're so ugly, you're disgusting, you're all these things. And then once I started getting therapy, I learned that's just not the way it should be. It's really unhealthy to think that, but it's also not your fault, you know, because we also live in this culture where they're like, shut up, right? The reason we all want to be perfect is because we live in the culture of social media where they're like, shut up and be perfect, or don't say anything at all.
True.
And what I love about us three is I feel like we're really changing what it looks like to live and to grow and to be successful and to do things different and kind of be that oddball out, you know, because you're not from here. Kristen's not from here. I definitely don't feel like I'm from here.
You don't seem like you're from here.
And I think that is a gift, you know, and a lot of times we can put ourselves in this category of like, gosh, why do I feel...
They need people like us here.
Yeah, it's like, why do I feel so alone? And it's like, no, there's people out there,
There are people
that are going to connect with us and that we're going to relate to, but there's not a ton of creatives and people like us. So you do have to go out and really seek, you know, those kind of people. And I was reading something this morning about negative people. Every time you let somebody negative into your life, like, it affects you in so many ways by how they talk and how they act. And it affects your productivity. It affects your appearance. It affects so many things. And so, you know, I think it's important to know, like, you know, that term, like, it's okay to not be okay, but don't stay that way. You know, you have the power to heal yourself and to get that help. And there are so many people that can help you do that. And that's going to help you really heal from a lot of the stuff that you went through that nobody can relate to, so you can truly be on that, like, pursuit of happiness, you know?
And I think you would literally be in front of the camera as a journalist, and you would, not like you don't kill it now, but if you could truly come into yourself and realize your power. How beautiful you are inside and out and everything in between.
I'm Kerr, and this is ABC News.
I literally, like, I was sitting here like 20 minutes ago just staring at you.
I can see her on, like, the red carpet. That's why I see you interviewing.
But I could see you, like, out there in the field, like, literally, like, interviewing.
I can do anything. I feel like I can do anything. I'm not scared
of anything. I love that about you so much.
I can do any type of journalism. Entertaining. I can, like, experiment and do all kinds of things. Or detective and, like, do the things and do investigations, journalism investigation. Like, I can do anything. But it's also, like, letting go. Every step matters. Like, now I'm still posting the videos. I do not edit them. I still post them even if I don't like how I look. Like, the videos are amazing. Like, Kyle does an amazing job, but I don't like how I look like. So I'm just still posting because otherwise I would not grow. I would not grow my project. I would not get out of my comfort zone. And this is where the growth starts. So I'm like, Kate, let it go. Any photo, anything, I'm just doing it.
We're not in a big city. Like, you know, there's certain things that I created, creative. I don't even know how to say that word.
I don't. Creatively. Just creatively.
I just worked 4 shifts in a row.
Sometimes
My brain
is fried.
Yes. I needed that. But you think about it and you're like, but I'm in Greenville. Like, if we were in, like, New York, certain cities and things like that.
Kate loves New York.
I love New York. But this is another thing that I realized. I always wanted to move out of here, right? Because when I moved here, I'm like, I'm uncomfortable. This is not where I want to be. I want to go to New York or to the bigger city. We traveled a lot in the United States and I explored different areas like Boston, LA, like all these, like, big cities. But then I came back, especially with the family, I realized this is actually a safe, affordable, nice place.
It is.
And I love the idea that Hunter just shared with me recently. He said, they need people like us here. our community need people, creative people, people with the big vision here. And then we'll be able to build all the amazing things here. And we already are. We're already building it here. We're already doing it. And it's amazing to see the growth that we were able to create. And now I believe in it, honestly.
Yeah. It'd be really cool if there was like I was just thinking about this, you and Hunter could like do something like this, or you could, where there was like a hub for creatives where we could like get together and
just chat.
Yeah, go to Crush or like
Brainstorm.
go somewhere. Yeah, and just hang
I
out.
love
Hang out and share what we're doing. Like have Josh there, like all these creatives. It'd be cool to have something like that here because
it would push us to actually start our projects that we've been talking about most of our lives that we haven't done.
Right.
When people behind you are like, yeah, duh, why wouldn't you do that? Because you tell other people things that you want to do who aren't creatives and they look at you
they'll
sideways.
shut it down too. And they'll
They're
shut
like,
it down.
you want to do what? I'm like, yeah, I want to
That's
do.
why it's important to be surrounded by the right people
Yes.
and then create something
Yes.
together, collaborate together. I love that we
Amen.
collaborate. We don't fight each other.
Collaborate and listen.
Yeah.
Josh was one of the people who called me and said, Kate, I want to help you with your project. And he helped me a lot.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. It was eye-opening experience.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. And that's what's cool about, I will say, with this community in Greenville, it is really cool that there is this hub of like really cool, nifty, creatives. And, then you're talking about Brittany Owens earlier, her and Lucas. Like, they're so freaking cool.
Do
You know what I
how-
mean?
You know how we met with Brittany, right?
No.
This is to your world. Like, you were wearing different clothes when you moved here, right?
Oh, yeah.
So when I moved here, I was in completely different outfit, and I was walking out of Starbucks, and she was walking out of Starbucks, and she looked so stylish. And I noticed her immediately, and I'm like, she's my person. It was 13 years ago.
Oh, wow.
That's so
Or
cool.
maybe like 10,
she was
13
one
years
of the
ago.
first
She
people
was
you
one
met
of the
like
first
that with
people I saw,
people, for
and she
sure.
looked different. And
love
she just
it.
moved from Raleigh at that time, and we have similar cars. We have the same limited edition car seat for our babies, and we had girl who like very close in age. And I'm like, she has to be my friend. So I opened the window in my car.
You said she has to be. That's how I felt with Chris. I was like, we got to be friends.
Like, we have to be like, and I was super shy at that time. My language barrier was huge, but I'm like, I have to say at least something to her. And she looked at me like, I opened the window. I'm like, please, I don't want to be weird,
I remember
but please, can we like maybe have a coffee or something? Like, we have girls, we have like, look at us, we have to be friends. And she looked at me like, but then she was open enough, like open-minded enough
it.
to say, yeah, let's give it a try.
How brave of you, though. You're amazing.
But I knew I needed her in my life. Like, I knew I needed this kind of person. But it was very brave of her to respond to that unusual request. Let's say it like this.
Yeah,
And then we met for coffee, and girls had a play date. And since then, we became friends. And it was very interesting experience. I never did something like this before. But look at us, like so many years after. And we, like, their business growing. My business is growing. We evolving in so many different ways.
Everybody growing.
And it's so amazing
That's
to
how it
to
should be.
witness
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
and it's amazing.
Yeah,
I'm
and
so
like
proud of them.
Brittany's
now.
sister, like I got this necklace made from her like 2
Right.
weeks ago. She made it.
I
I went to
love
Little
that.
Washington.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's
I
called
didn't know
More
that was her
Charms.
sister.
Yeah, it's Brittany's sister. She has a
Oh,
sister.
I love it.
I'm obsessed with her brand.
And yeah, like I literally was like, here's the charms, just go wild with it. And she like made this in like 10 minutes in Little Washington, which if y'all don't know what Little Washington is, it's like a very small little town. But it's beautiful. It's on the water.
cool.
And yeah, just such a creative, and
I'm so
there-
proud of them.
There's so many of those. So yeah, so what are you saying no to now?
Yeah, that's what I want to
In
know.
this, like, what is it?
What are you saying
What
no
promises
to?
are you making to
So
yourself?
I left my
Yes.
job, my state full-time job, at the end of December. And I promised myself to say yes to everything, any opportunity, everything, because I needed money. I needed to build everything from scratch, so kind of from scratch. So I said, I say yes to any meeting, any opportunity, everything. And I did it for a month. I gave myself a month. So I said yes to everything. There is no words to express how much time I waste
I was going to
on
ask.
empty meetings, empty promises
man.
made by different people, all the things. And now I learned from that experience, I learned like sometimes you need to say no to some meetings when you already know it's not going anywhere. When you already feel, you can feel it.
can.
You can just feel it. And now I basically scan very well. Like any meeting, like, do I really need this? Do I really need this opportunity? What it will give me in the future? Like, not even money wise, but is it a growth or not? If it's somewhere in the same, if I'll stay in the same place, or if it doesn't give me the growth, like for my project or for my business, no. Like it's just to know immediately, because I don't want to waste their time. I don't want to waste my time. Time is precious now. Time is everything now for me, because I have so many things going on, so many projects, so many videos, so many different types of work and gigs that I do, photography gigs, videography. I need to edit tons of stuff. So I learned to scan it for time efficiency. And if it's not something valuable, I say no to meetings or cancel them.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm so bad with it.
you're allowed to cancel what you want.
Because I have to. There is time limit, and I need time for my girls. I need time for other things, for projects, and I'm saying no to many meetings or many opportunities that doesn't fit what my vision, my big vision.
What are you doing for yourself right now?
For myself?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Besides
a good
projects,
question.
besides work.
How do you de-stress?
I don't know.
That's scary, Kate.
Coffee
Kate,
is
that
my
not
distress.
de-stress.
I drink a lot of coffee,
you
and
drink?
it's my guilty pleasure. Lots of coffee.
Are you like your mom? You just work at night after the girls
Oh
go to
yeah,
bed?
yeah. Everyone go to bed. I work until 2 a.m., 1 a.m. I'm at that point when I drink a Red Bull and I can pass out after drinking Red Bull because I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't do anything for me now.
You have to find a balance.
I have to,
You
but
will.
I don't have time yet for that. I mean, I exercise, right? Exercise and help me.
Oh,
I
that's
lift weights.
good.
That's
Yeah.
good. That helps me to recharge. I go to Foundry Barbell. Obsessed
They're
with
great.
Skylar and what
Carrie
he
and
does.
Skylar,
Yes,
another
they are
small
amazing.
business.
Yes.
Awesome.
Again, I surround myself with the best people now, and I'm so proud of this, and I'm so happy about this, because this has helped me to keep my brain sane, to stay healthy, to stay fit. I need to be strong, because with all the amount of pressure and work and everything, I need to stay healthy and strong. And the way they do it, it's incredible. It helped me a lot. So this is probably one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
Exercise and lifting weights and staying. This is non-negotiable.
I love
and
that.
I know, Skylar. I know I missed a couple of workouts. He messages.
Skylar's chill. He's fine though. He's not
amazing.
that
He's the
kind of
best.
trainer. You know what I mean? Like
He's
he's a real trainer. Like he's
Yes.
like people have real lives and real stuff
But
going on.
I skipped a few, and I'm like, I feel guilty,
and they're gonna
but I'll
they're
be
gonna
back.
tell you anyways. Diet's the most important part. So there's that.
Yes, it's true.
So
It's true.
so let's like kind of wrap it up, Kristen.
Yeah. I do want to ask this one last thing, because I
last
think it's important.
Oh.
If there's one thing you want the women listening to hear today, especially those juggling personal life and big dreams, like you have big dreams, big goals, you're working really hard right now. What do you want to tell them? Like if they're,
The balance is a good thing, but also I was discouraged so many times when I started to do what I do, because many friends and many people outside of my friend group, they told me like, it's impossible. You either need to be a good stay-at-home mom and take care of your kids, drop them, pick them, spend time with them, cook, clean, or you need to be a good professional. You cannot have both. And I've heard it so many times. And I said, no, I'll prove you that I can do anything. And maybe I would be
love it.
a more successful in my professional life if I would not bring my girls with me to every interview
way.
or
Tough
to my work.
cookies. Tough cookies.
Maybe
No.
I will succeed more in the profession, or maybe I will be a better mom and wife, and my house will be cleaner than it is now. Yes, I know it, but I'm still making it impossible possible. And this is what I wanted to say. Like, it's possible, and as long as you believe in it and as long as you have this vision, everything is possible, because you will find the right people who will support you when you bring kids to your set. You will find the right people who will find a job opportunity for you that will allow you to have the flexibility. You'll find the right people who will help you to clean your house sometimes and just show up at your doorstep and say, what do you need today? Let's do it together.
Yeah.
You will find the right people as long as you have this vision. You need to trust yourself, and don't let anyone to make you believe like it's impossible, because I cannot tell you how many times I've heard this. Like, you should just get put them in daycare and just do your professional life. Like, it's so unprofessional to bring your kids to work. It's so unprofessional. And as long as I heard that, I would change the job. I would move around. I would find another way. I'll find another gig to supplement that in money wise, but I would not give up. And I'm still doing it. At my husband's job, his friends, he's like, so she's staying at home or she's with kids? Oh, she's staying at home or she is at work? And he's like,
both.
And they're like, how? And he doesn't know. And I don't know how sometimes, but I know I have the vision.
Yeah.
That's probably the drive that I have.
You also
inside.
just
I have a
like with
vision.
your mom and stuff, I think you probably really want to spend every second you can with them.
That's true.
And I don't blame you one
But
bit.
I also I cannot just sit.
No.
And, like I don't blame women who pick either one of those options. And
For sure.
No, like if it works for you, I was not happy when I was just staying home, and I stayed home for 5 years. But at that
There's
time,
no way I
I
could
was
do that.
taking I was
No way.
taking classes. I would still study. I would still learn English. I would still
Yeah.
do something. I just couldn't stop. It didn't feel right for me.
Yeah.
But I never judge anyone for any choice. Like whatever you're doing makes you happy, please do.
Right.
Yeah.
If they like it, I love it.
But also,
That
don't
part.
discourage me in my
No.
situation and tell me that
No.
what you're doing is not professional or it's not right or it's not. So I just wrote a post. I don't know what box I'm fitting in. I don't know. Am I stay-at-home mom? Am I a career mom? I don't know anymore.
I think you're Kate.
I'm just
I
Kate.
think you're
I'm just
Kate.
Kate Kerr.
Yeah. You are Kate Kerr.
You are
And,
Kate Kerr.
You know, I think it's just important, and you're doing it because you're doing it this way because it's your intuition. This is inside what you feel like you need to do. And like, even with me, like, so I know for Kristen too, because I watch her kids. I watch her oldest son, 17, has his own business, does all these things. He wouldn't have done that if he didn't see her open 2 businesses.
Yeah.
My daughter, she literally graduated from pre-K a few weeks ago, and I was in Greece, and so I missed her graduation, and they asked her what she wanted to be when she grows up, and she said, a fashion designer, and I always wanted to do that. And I never thought I could, but because she's seen us with our fashion and is involved with makeup, she watches me do my hair. She watches me pick out my outfits. I talked to her about the podcast. She was in the car with us this morning. She makes her own clothes now for her Barbies and wants to open her own business. And so it's the intuition that we all have, which makes us do it differently. And the people that don't get it don't need to get it, because we are such a rare like breed of humans, you know what I mean? We really are. And so I
We're
just
very lucky.
we're very lucky, and we are different, and we're meant to be different. Like we are Dr. Seuss books. We are not, you know what I mean? We're not.
I
don't
dressed
know
like
how to
Punky
explain it.
Brewster my whole childhood. People looked at me like I was crazy. You know, I've dressed weird my whole life. And then,
Yeah.
you know, like, but I feel lucky that I'm like this. I'm such an odd, strange,
How amazing it is.
crazy person.
amazing
But
it
you know
is.
what? I'm so thankful. And you should be too, you know? And I'm so thankful that you came on here with us.
Yes.
Like you were, here's the fly. You were the first. You were the first. And I feel
Thank you
like
so much.
you were the perfect first because I don't even think I can talk anymore. Just kidding. Like you, I mean, you are just, I can tell, number one, your girls are going to be, they're wonderful, and they're going to be so wonderful because of you, you know? And just seeing someone like you in Greenville, because, you know, I'm not from here either. And like, just having a little piece of home too is nice, you know? And I just can't wait to see what you do. I'm so excited for you. And I'm so excited to watch you grow and to really like come into yourself, because I really, number one, pray that that will happen. And I know that it will, but also like, I feel like we're going to watch it. And I'm really excited for that.
I'm
Front row
thankful for you.
seats.
Front row seats.
So tell everybody how they can find you. How can they find you?
Yes.
How can they find people at Greenville? Where are you at on socials?
People of Greenville is everywhere on every social media platform.
One word.
One word. People of Greenville. It's on Instagram, Greenville.nc. Everywhere is pretty much Greenville.nc. I feel like I city of Greenville because I have all these
Greenville.nc.
Greenville.nc
That's
on
easy.
Instagram. Yes.
Yeah.
Everywhere you see this blue logo with white words, People of Greenville. That's us on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. Now TikTok. I'm
you are.
on TikTok.
Yeah, gosh, TikTok is ruthless.
I
Get ready, girl. Buckle
don't
up,
even have
buckle
words.
Up, buckle up.
But yeah, why not?
Why
we need
not
to
is
be
right.
everywhere.
Why
Please
not is
find
right.
us and support us, because likes and shares and comments and all of that and all the amazing stories. Because with the stories, I want to promote the community. I want to inspire someone, because each interview I filmed, each story I filmed, it impacted me.
Yeah.
It inspired me in many, many ways. I've heard the phrase or something that helped me to keep going.
Well, you've inspired me today a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
And you're
you.
going to inspire so many people by doing this for us.
Yeah.
So thank you. I know, you know, we're all nervous at first. And
I'm
all
a
the
fan of your
things,
podcast.
But you're just like, you were born to be a journalist. 100%.
Yeah.
You're born to be in front of the camera too, by the way, just to let you know.
Not just
So there's
filming,
that. No,
not
you were
just
born
filming,
to, yeah.
but in front. And I just hope the women that watch this are inspired to do more. There's, I don't know why I keep bringing up Hunter. I hope he watched this episode. He probably won't, but
we'll send him a link.
He has in Catch on the wall, it says, "Can it be better?" And I truly believe that is the key. Everything can be better. Our mental health, our physical health, our creativity, our gift. Like, we are individual people and we each have gifts. And if we're not using our gift, we're wasting our gift. And more women, specifically women, need to be inspired to use their gift, because so many women have been knocked down, kicked around, made to feel insignificant, made to feel just normal. And no matter what a woman's gift is, every single woman has one. You know what I mean? That's why we were created. You know what I mean? Because we're needed. And I just hope that you've really instilled some depth into it. Doesn't matter what you've been through or what, and you didn't even share half the stuff, you know what I mean, going on behind the scenes. There's always so much, you know. And I really hope that all these people that you're filming and doing work for realize that they're actually not the gift, but you are the gift. And I don't mean that in an ugly way. I just mean, you know, you really are such a gift. And it's been a blessing having her on. So that's going to wrap it up, you guys. That is season 2, episode 13.
Crazy.
Yay!
Wild.
13.
With Kerr, a.k.a. KK, a.k.a. doer of all things. And so until next time, guys. Bye.